Hello everyone and welcome. This is Dawn. So glad you could join me. Today I'll be using the Whimsy Stamps Decorate a Tree die set, and it has 12 pieces to it, and the ATC Sleigh Ride stamp set, which is a 4x6 stamp set, and it comes with 2 images and 2 sentiments. So let's get started. First, I'm going to die cut the Slimline connected rectangles die from a piece of red cardstock. I originally die cut it from white cardstock as well because I thought I was going to layer the frames, but ended up not doing that in the end. Now, I love this die because it's so versatile. Don't throw away any of the die cuts because you can use them to stamp sentiments on them, or if you wanted to do a die cut inlay card and add different colors inside the frame, you could do that too. So I save all the pieces. And I also cut a piece of white cardstock to 8x7 and I scored it at 3.5. Next, I take a piece of black cardstock and put it in my Misty stamping tool. I'm using my Misty because this is a big stamped image and I want to get a really good impression. Since I want to heat emboss my sentiment, I rub my embossing powder bag onto the black cardstock. Then I take the image Christmas Tree Farm, Cut Your Own from the ATC Sleigh Ride stamp set, and I stamp it with Versamark ink, making sure to press down really good to give it a good impression. I do stamp it twice only because it is such a big image and I want to make sure that it's getting good coverage everywhere. Then I will cover the image with gold embossing powder and I shake off any excess. When my heat tool is good and hot, I heat emboss my sentiment. I make sure to keep moving all around and not stay in one spot for too long. When I'm done with the heat embossing, I use the largest size of the ATC Antique Frames die, and I just tape it in place so it doesn't move around, and then I run it through my die cut machine. Next, I take the Decorate a Tree die set, and I use one of the trees, and I die cut 2 trees from one of the papers from the Tartan pattern paper pack. I also die cut 2 tree trunks from craft cardstock and 2 bows from gold metallic cardstock. I take a piece of white cardstock and I cut it to 3.5 by 8.5 and I put it in the Slimline sweater embossing folder. And for the sandwich, I put a cutting plate down, the embossing folder, and then another cutting plate, and I run it through my Gemini Junior. As you can see, it has lots of texture to it, but it's not too much where it's overwhelming. Next, I want to add some shading to my tree trunks, so I take some Distress Oxide Walnut Stain and a blending brush, and I just kind of go around all the edges of the tree trunk until I get the desired shading that I want. I was going for a distressed look on the tree trunks. Time to start assembling the card. This is my favorite part. I just love when a card comes all together. I adhere the embossed cardstock to my white card base. Then I adhere the red connected rectangle frame on top of the embossed cardstock. And then I just put some foam tape on the back of the heat embossed image, and I adhere that on top of the middle rectangle. I put foam tape on the back of the tree trunks and I adhere one in the left rectangle and one in the right rectangle. And then I put some foam tape on the back of the little Christmas trees and then I adhere them over each of the tree trunks. I put glue on the back of the bows and adhere them to the top of each of the trees. And that will complete my card for today. I want to thank you for joining me on the Whimsy Stamps YouTube channel. I would love for you to leave a comment and let me know what you think of the card. And be sure to subscribe to the Whimsy Stamps channel and their other social media platforms so you don't miss out on any upcoming releases and great videos. Also, check out their website for the entire new release. And thanks for stopping by and have yourself a wonderful day.